to episode 10. We're in double digits now of the 1/6 pack. This is our long overdue SDcc 2019 review show. We took a long time to get. There's a lot of shit we're going to go over here. Took a long time to get it together. Everybody had some stuff going on after San Diego ComiCon. We tried to put something together while we were there. It was a debacle. So
it was amazing. What are you talking about?
I thought it was amazing too.
Loved it.
That's because you were both quite drunk, I think.
That's not true. Tom was.
Tom was.
I was not quite drunk. I was feeling nice.
Okay. All right. You can tell yourself that. But yeah, it was a mess. So that probably won't see the light of day unless it comes as a trailer at the end of this. So stay tuned. We'll see.
I hear you like to add trailers at the end of these shows.
Yeah, there's some secret trailers at the end. If you tune out after the credits come up, you might miss some things. So
yeah, thanks.
That one would be a very long end credit scene because it is like 28 minutes. Though, if you,
I think there's some choice scenes I can pull from there, though.
Okay, good. I think that's what would need to happen.
And not all. I mean, it was awful. Everybody. All right, let's get on with the show because we got a lot of stuff to cover here. Boys, what are you drinking? Tom, you had it up there. What do you got?
Oh, okay. Well, so I had a different beer settled in, but I was like, you know what? I moved to a new place. I'm surrounded by breweries, like literally within a block in every direction. So let me get something from one of them.
Awesome.
So I relocated to San Diego, home of San Diego Comic-Con, and I went and got this beer called Cretan Hop from Fall, which is in North Park, which is an area I looked to move to, but I didn't get any calls back from any of the places I looked at. So, yeah, it's a Indian.
Screw them.
It's very tasty. No, let me tell you, I'm actually kind of glad because I love where I live.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks really, really nice. Yeah. Very cool. Congratulations on that. TJ, what do you got?
I am having Einstock because I went to the store today looking for something else. I really wanted to have like Guinness or Coors Light because, you know, it's what I do, but I have an Einstock.
Okay.
That was one of the nice things about the San Diego Comic-Con footage that will never possibly see the light of day is that we went to a place that didn't have Coors Light.
Yeah,
so
they
was
didn't.
Forced to drink like other stuff.
Yeah, like beer.
Yeah. Though prior to that, where you just completely neglected to show up, I think TJ had like 6 or 7 Coors Lights. So.
Yeah, but like my wife snuck in one of those other beers. Whatever the fuck you guys are drinking.
Well, she even snuck in the beer that she was drinking to me and Mark. We were drinking IPAs, and then she snuck in a little pale ale.
Right.
To be truthful, let's be truthful. 6 or 7 Coors Lights is the equivalent of about 2 beers, though.
I don't even think it's that much.
Maybe a beer and a half.
Like a beer and a half.
You know what, Trevor? Like, you know, you're talking a lot of shit. Like, why don't you have 12 and I'll have 12? We'll see who's still walking.
I think we've gone down that road before, haven't we? Almost halfway.
We have not, sir.
Okay. All right.
I like this whole challenge.
All right. I think that's New York Comic-Con time.
Or it could be this weekend. I have nothing else to do. Literally.
Okay. All right. Maybe by the end of the show. I am drinking Two Roads Brewery from Connecticut.
Yeah.
And this is called, appropriately for this show, Road to Ruin, which is what we're all going to be on if a third of these things come out for pre-order.
So when I was back home in Connecticut when we met up,
double IPA, it's good.
I didn't even realize Two Roads was in Connecticut. Otherwise, it would have been like, we should go to Two Roads. Although it's a lot further of a drive for you guys. But
yeah.
maybe we could plan something next time.
Yes. Got to introduce us. So I am Trevor. That is TJ. That is Tom. There's our socials right there. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and all that stuff. Let's move on with the stuff. All right. This is what we're doing. Let's get on with it. All right. So we're going to tackle some of the stuff that was on display and subsequently came up for pre-order after San Diego Comic-Con. And this looked hot there. I thought it looked really, really good.
Way better than I would have thought that it looked.
Yeah. I'm, if you know, I'm not a huge Iron Man, fan or War Machine fan, but this looks really cool. $469. What do you guys think?
I'm in.
You're in? Wow. That is a hefty price just to be like, I'm in. Damn, son.
Well, like started saving from like San Diego ComiCon.
Okay.
Didn't they like launch the price like the next day?
Yeah, he was one of the first ones to come out.
Yeah, no, I like started selling like blood and hair and sperm. Like it's
Oh, good. It's nice to know somebody still wants your sperm.
I am not going to get this guy, but I'm not shocked by the price because he is in person. He's massive and he's die cast and he looks like he's like almost 100% die cast. And he's shiny and gorgeous in person.
Yeah,
but
guns. Yeah. And you know, 469 now. Hopefully, you know, by the time he gets here, our lovely tariffs and stuff don't pop that up a little bit. But it should be good. I think if you're ordering it now.
I will say if they did.
What's that?
So, oh, sorry, you were saying something. Go ahead.
RHODEY sculpt has not been shown yet, right? They're blurring that out still on the But
he is coming with a full. I think this will be the first RHODEY, which is a full head sculpt instead of just an open mask.
Right. Good point. Yes.
I will say though, if they did do, and Hot Toys loves to do this with Iron Man, if they did a repaint where this is in the War Machine colors, I'd be very hard pressed not to get this.
Yeah.
Because I do love the look of this. I just don't want Iron Patriot, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Patriot in the comic books became after he, well, it was actually always the villain armor. So it's kind of weird that they made it RHODEY's armor because it was Norman Osborn in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that too. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, you said, I saw a post you were talking about there was subtle differences between the armor and the actual War Machine that they're coming out with. You think this
that was the Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends didn't have the full design the first time when they made the figure, so they kind of had to guess on the legs and stuff like that.
Right.
It looks like Hot Toys got the action concept.
Oh, that was the Marvel Legends. Oh, okay. I could have sworn that was the Hot Toys one. Okay. I looked at it quick. So that's how much I retain. So this is coming out a year from, a little over a year from now. Year and about 4
I think it's like almost 2 years, isn't it? Isn't this a 2021 release?
I saw October, Q4 2020. So, I mean, you never know. But
yeah. Sometimes they release early. Sometimes things are late.
That's the goal. So I think I got one more shot of this stuff, of all the stuff in here. Yeah, they're not even showing the blurred out sculpt. I thought I saw one that did, but
I did somewhere.
I saw one too.
Yeah,
I just think they want to show you so much of the armor.
But damn, man, that's just a lot of stuff going on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Not going to get me to pay $469, but
I love the unique look of the mask of this War Machine, where the color comes up to here.
What are these here on the cheeks? I think
they're like locking pistons that kind of like lock the mask in, is my guess. Okay. I don't know. I bet you it's one of those things where if you watch Endgame in like slow motion, watching the helmet kind of close, they might like screw in and go in or something.
All 15 seconds of it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next one who was on his shoulder and as he was in the movie is Rocket. 212 for Rocket.
Yeah. All the Rockets have been over 200 though.
Yeah, have they?
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't think based on size.
Yeah.
But this one, you know, at least a lot of this one is new.
Is the sculpt new on this?
No, the sculpt is the same old one. They just affixed some goggles all the time.
Yeah. But, I mean, the sculpt is the most expensive part of building a new figure, obviously. Yeah. Especially probably still for Hot Toys. And, like, that, you're going to reuse this. There's no way that should be 212. But I guess, you know, it is what it is. You know,
they're going to get my money because I apparently need to own every Rocket Raccoon that they do. So.
Really?
Well,
comes with a gauntlet. It's kind of cool, I guess.
I like the double scarves, too.
Yeah, what is the point of that, though? I guess I don't understand why.
Double scarves?
Yeah.
Fashion choice, I think, by Rockets.
Okay.
Just my guess.
If you're going to Soho, you put the second one on, and
I think one is like a stylistic in the case, and another one is for like motion, obviously. Okay. You know, because it looks like it has wires.
Wired. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it from the photos and what he looked like in the display.
Actually, yeah, and that's the display from SDcc, so he's got that hanging up.
I didn't. You know, it was one of those things I didn't notice until the final pictures went up.
I know.
There were 2 different versions, and there was cloth.
I might pick this up. I don't know. I want a Rocket. I kind of want the Guardians of the Galaxy now.
This is the one. I think if you're going to get a Rocket and you don't have any of the other ones, I would say this is the one to get.
Yeah.
And that's because the comic book purist to me, this is his comic book costume. Finally.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yeah. Actually, is this the? Because I had the miniseries. I got to go back and look at it. Is
The
this
Abbott Lanning mini, that one that you're talking about?
the first one? The first, not the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon, but the Rocket Raccoon miniseries where he's on the Mad World and.
Oh, I don't know if he wore this then. I think he might have worn something a little different. This is when he first appeared in the new iteration of Guardians of the Galaxy, where they made Groot like not an evil alien kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the outfit that he was wearing, and pretty much all the Guardians had this exact same outfit,
Right.
with the kind of like old school pilot kind of looking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I love, like, if they did a Star-Lord in this outfit, I would die. I would love that.
Would you want them all, in a uniform like that? I don't know. I like about the Guardians is it's ragtag. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I have all the Guardians already, so I'm ready for a team suit of Guardian.
It's weird. I read the Rocket Raccoon miniseries. I had the miniseries. I started reading Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess it's post this. It was Vance Astro.
Okay. Well, that's the original Guardians.
Right, that was the original, but it was Vance Astro and who else? I don't even think what's his name was in it.
Was Moondragon in it?
No. Trying to think. I gotta go back and look at it, but it was interesting. It was okay.
Like Phyla-Vel and some of those characters.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
So yeah, I mean, the AETHER, whatever.
I think that's cool. I like that as a little accessory.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm all about this. Again, I have 2 rockets already, so it's just more to add.
Now you got 3 rockets. You can go to the moon.
When I moved, when I was repacking all my Hot Toys, I was swapping out the head on my Volume 2 rocket, which is my favorite rocket of all of them so far, and the entire neck piece snapped. So I'm actually only down to 1 rocket.
What the hell, man? Is it that fragile, or just it was one of those things?
I think it was just one of those things, and it wasn't even like it didn't come off with a lot of force because the neck piece does come out.
Yeah,
head off the neck as well.
That's separate. Yeah.
Yeah, but the neck piece, the piece that holds it into the body, it's like
the
this
ball. Yeah,
not even the ball. There's like this thin piece of plastic that goes in.
That's
the ball
interesting. That's interesting. That's the same design that your favorite company, Big Chief, used for the James Bond, and I pulled the head off one time to just redress it after I was trying to, and the fucking thing broke, man. Like the whole inside, I had to glue it. It's not very strong at this point.
Right.
It's holding it up. It was the most bizarre, lightweight little thing inside there. It's the ball. It was like, what?
For something you're supposed to be able to remove a lot, because Rocket at least comes with 2 heads.
Yes.
And you have to take his head off to put on certain articles of clothing and whatnot. And for it to just be this like thin, flimsy piece of plastic.
Yeah.
That's
an odd design. I mean, I didn't get that on him either. I didn't think anybody else used that. That's interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately they do, and it made me very wary of when like John Wick arrived, because he had the priest collar paper on. You have to remove that. I was like so gently taking off his head, because I'm like, this head doesn't ever need to come off, because he doesn't come with a second expression. So I don't want to snap it.
Yeah, I'm very wary of those bodies with the separate necks that come out. I mean, they have their uses and stuff, especially on just general bodies for customs and things like that. But I don't know. They just feel I'm very wary about snapping that neck inside when I can't see what's in there.
Oh shit! Venom Pool also comes with 2 scarves, sculpted and soft. I didn't know.
Yes.
Fuck. You didn't know that?
Right. So here's the thing. There's so much shit in this that I'm bound to make a mistake, and you're not going to see it because I'm going to go over this when I edit it. So.
Oh hey, did you know this is Megatron? Okay, this guy right here. I'm busted. Anyway, can we?
Megatron right there.
So does the Nano Gauntlet get used by Venom Pool?
Okay, all right. Let's pretend all the correct information is on the screen. Okay, I gave this to you. You could have pointed that out earlier. Proofing. Thank you. So do we know how much this guy is actually?
It's $405.
Is he 405? Did I get that right?
I think you did. I actually do think you got that.
I guess I just didn't fill out the rest.
Because I know Rocket's not $405. So.
No, yeah, and I guess I pulled the rest from them.
It's 2 rockets.
Let's move on. So this is from the handheld game, right? The mobile game. which I started playing like when it first came out, and then I lost interest. So
You're the one I played. I played Contest of Champions, which this one's from, like very briefly.
yes,
but
that's the one. Yeah,
I enjoyed Future Fight because it was like a Marvel Legends, or not Marvel Legends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance styled one, and that's the one that the Punisher is coming from. So it's kind of weird that they're double dipping on both of those mobile
different games. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, up close, this looked pretty impressive. I mean, pretty insane.
Too. Me and you like stood there side by side, being like, "This isn't going to be posable at all. This looks like a statue," and we were absolutely wrong. Because in all those pictures, he's moving his arms around.
Well, you said it looked like it was based on a Hulk body, which I'm sure it's the same setup. I don't think they reused that body because this is a lot different. I mean, maybe there's a basis, I guess, but
yeah, I think what you do is you start with that body and you just sculpt on top of it.
Yes,
that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, which is fairly posable. I mean, now that I have one, I know it's pretty posable.
Shocking.
This guy's bulky as hell, though. I just don't,
I love the look of this guy, but when you start talking about plus 400 plus, I start talking about which figures I need.
Yeah.
Venom Pool isn't a need. He's really cool. Like if you have a Venom collection or a Deadpool collection, either or, I say this is a must. But otherwise,
I'm not a Deadpool fan. I'm not a Venom fan, really. Venom's all right.
I love Venom, and I would buy a Venom.
I don't like Deadpool because I don't like Rob Liefeld. He's a hack, and
I agree with that. But a lot of good things have been done with Deadpool since. So.
I know. Since he had his hands on it, I know. But this is pretty cool. I mean, $405, man, it's a lot. But you do get we get multiple eyes. You get a couple of sculpts, right? I think is this
two sculpts if you get the special edition.
Special edition, you get the sculpt with the tongue, which is awesome. Why you wouldn't go for that, I don't know.
Well, I think the special edition is the not tongue one.
Is the not tongue? Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Is there a price difference? Because I'll put it up later on. Do we know?
I don't know. Honestly, I saw this was. I mean, I was never going to get it from the get-go because I knew this was going to be an expensive figure. So I didn't even look.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool though. I mean,
it's out of the blue, and to have seen this at San Diego Comic-Con and then to have it go up for pre-order soon after was a surprise, because
this is one of those ones that you think that wouldn't make it, right?
Exactly what I thought. I'm like, that's really cool, but I mean, then again, even when I was there in my head, I was giving it at least an 80% chance because it's Deadpool and it's Venom. I mean, come on.
Look, I'll tell you something though, fans of both Deadpool and Venom, or fans of either or, they buy a lot, and like they are very generous with their money in terms of those characters. You see a lot of statues of Venom. You see a lot of statues and figures of Deadpool. Like how many Marvel Legends figures have been done of Deadpool, and they sell out instantly, kind of thing.
Right.
So I think Hot Toys kind of sees that, and they're like, we can bank on that.
Yeah. TJ, buy? No buy?
Easy
no.
Buy. No.
Easy pass.
Yeah.
Did you see him in the case at SD?
No, I did. I ran through SD on Sunday with my buddy Lenny, and I just looked at the toys. Like that was it. It looks cool, but for $400 and the character I don't really like.
Which one? Either?
Combined.
Oh, okay.
I count these as.
You just don't like them combined.
Yeah.
Good. I guess the cell phone has something to do with the game. I don't really understand that one.
I honestly don't get this. I mean, like I said, I didn't play Contest of Champions that quickly.
Yeah.
Just really like, it's supposed to be a Street Fighter type game, but it's really you're just hitting like two buttons, and it wasn't. I like fighting games, but
that's why I lost interest in it pretty quickly.
Yep.
All right. Two-Face actually came up for pre-order before SDcc, but it is up for pre-order, and it was the first time it was shown there, so I threw it in here. Second version of this character, I'm on the fence. I think it's a better sculpt. I'm not sure if it's a better paint up, except for the hair. The hair is really.
I think it looks. I mean, when I saw some side by sides, and I thought it looked better in every way.
Yeah. I'm looking at the source material, and I thought the original one had a little bit more of a likeness to the source material. I might have to go back and look at it again because I looked at it quickly, but looking at them side by side, I was kind of like, I like the paint, at least on the burnt half of the face on the original a little bit better.
Really? Okay. I like the, you know, I wasn't as focused on the paint. I was more focused on the actual like sculpt of the burn. I like the sculpt of the burn on this one better.
Yeah. It's a better sculpt. I think it's more the paint that I just didn't.
It does seem like and I'll be honest, I pre-ordered this within a second.
Really?
Oh yeah. I love the Dark Knight movies. It's my favorite Batman movie.
Yep.
And I want more villains for my Batman figures. So like, I regret I actually had a chance to get the first version of this actually really cheap once, like way back, and I passed on it. And ever since I was kind of kicking myself. So when this went up, I'm like, this is the world telling me, Tom, you should order this. So
interesting. Yeah, it's a weird choice. I wonder if was it just underproduced the first time around, or
my theory is it's Hot Toys thinking, hey, what if we go back and redo some of the Dark Knight stuff, but let's test the waters. See if people are still interested. Throw out a figure that we could easily improve upon, or at least I think that they can improve upon in some ways.
Right.
And then see how that does. And then if they do it, then maybe we'll get a version 3 of the Joker, which I really want.
Yeah, I guess there's probably, if you think about it, some reason for that not coming out with a Joker 3.0 first, because
I think
that would sell like hotcakes. I mean,
it would, but at the same time, they would probably be more apprehensive to do it because they've already done 2 or 3 actually, because they've done like a
the bank robber. Yeah.
So I think Two-Face is one that like. What are you doing, TJ? You Simbaing your dog?
Trying to keep them separated. The 2 older ones are fighting.
Oh, got it.
Every day.
So I think this is them testing the waters, and I want to throw my money at that movie. I want them to do more, and I'd be super excited. So
yeah, I've thought about it. Like I feel like my collection's complete with Batman and the Joker.
Yeah.
But I do love this character, and I don't have a Bane, and I don't have a Catwoman. So I'm like, do I go down that rabbit hole and get more and more? But this is I love this series. I love every one of these movies a lot. So
the one thing I think they dropped the ball on for this for me, and I know that it would have to be a DX for them to do it, but this would benefit so well from the Pierce eye system. If I can move that big eyeball around, how
awesome would that be, right? It might be a little weak though with that because of the skin having to be part, underneath the skull part. So
you make a good point.
It might look a little weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool. TJ?
Looks amazing. Just not going to hit my collection.
No, you're not. Do you not have anything from the Dark Knight, or?
I have nothing from the Dark Knight. I just have my BVS Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's just not a thing you're going down.
No.
And this is coming out October, which is awesome.
Yeah, very soon.
December, we'll see. But that's really cool.
Stan Lee are supposed to be dropping together, and I have both of those 2 on pre-order. So
is this waitlisted yet, or is it still up?
I don't know. Actually, I haven't gone back since I pre-ordered it. So.
Yeah, that's true. I got it. And now that you said you pre-ordered it, Tom, I feel the itch.
Well, let me do some pictures, and we'll see. I also really liked the accessories. I actually forgot until you swiped to this that honestly the shot glass, his coin, the I Believe in Harvey Dent, all those items are.
Now, not having paid attention to the original version, did that not come with some of these things? Or
I honestly can't even remember what he came with. I guarantee he came with the coin because you don't get Harvey Dent without the coin, right? That's like intrinsic to that character.
Of course, and the gun, but I don't remember the glass. I don't remember the button, but I would have assumed the button.
I would assume the button too. Yeah. I would actually assume all 3 of these are 4 accessories.
I feel like, not to get into down another rabbit hole, but like I just feel like Two-Face got a short shrift in that movie. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah,
I love the fact that they did it because like this was during the day and age where not everything was spoiled on the internet before,
Correct. Yeah.
Computer. So like knowing that Harvey Dent was going to be in it, I thought that they were going to set up Two-Face for the 3rd one.
Correct. Yeah,
and
me too.
I was shocked that we got him as his character.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen him. It's kind of a thing though now. Like it's even with the Marvel movies. It's like, let's keep some villains alive, kids, because I want to see some returns. I want to see some team ups. I want to see Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Like let's not kill off Mysterio. Not that we know that he's dead or alive. Spoiler.
Well, Mysterio's one of those that CG another person could act as Quentin Beck.
True enough. Yeah, he's got a whole team of people who one of them could take over, like the kid from A Christmas Story could be the new.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. I did notice that they purposely look like they shaved in that bald head, like really badly. I'm like, that looks forced.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I'm whispering to my wife. I'm like, you know who that guy is. She's like, no.
Funny.
Shut up. All right, moving on. We got a lot to go here. So this is stuff, as of the time that I was putting this up, not up for pre-order yet. We got the Nano Suit, War Machine, Nano Suit Cap, and Professor Hulk is not up yet.
No, I was kind of shocked that he's not up yet.
Yeah, that is shocking. The Nano Suit stuff, I think, you know, I mean, we talked about this before, but I think there's probably a good chance that you're at least going to get Cap.
Yeah, and I will say that if I were to get
everybody, but
I don't think I'll get everybody. But if I were to get one, it would be Cap, because at least they did it perfectly in this display, where he even had like the case of all the stones and Mjolnir in another hand. Like he's been in that suit more than anybody else besides Hawkeye,
and for an important reason, and he's got the accessories to go along with it. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I probably wouldn't get that, but you know, if I was more into Marvel, I might think about that. War Machine, no.
I think he looked cool in those colors. I don't need him, but he looked really cool in those colors.
Yeah. And Professor Hulk, I love Professor Hulk, but I don't know if I need the figure. I don't love that outfit. I would have rather seen him in the sweater.
Yeah, the cardigan would be the way to go, I think.
TJ, any of these?
Hulk is a maybe.
Yeah.
The team suit stuff is definitely no, because just like I can't imagine shooting them.
Yeah.
From one or two shots.
One scenario, really. You know what I mean? And then it's kind of over. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have to, you know, stay to just the scenarios that have in the movie. Make your own stories with your photography or your display.
I'm not creative.
Okay.
That's a nice thought, Tom. No, I know, but I mean, even with that aspect of it, like I'd rather make my own story with a, you know, standard Captain America.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 100% with you on that. Yeah. I will say though that seeing this and seeing it again in that photo, that new sculpt is money.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really selling me on the end game.
Definitely.
The standard cap.
Yeah. All right, and then we had like an entire box of Spider-Man. Crazy. This is I cannot remember the first one. What's the name
Velocity.
of that? Velocity, right? Yeah, I was thinking aerodynamic. Yeah, Velocity. The other one is the Negative.
Yep.
And then there was this light up thing, which I guess was in the game, and you had to stand there at the booth, at the glass, and wait about 3 minutes for this thing to like blink with lights.
Yeah, I didn't even see it go. The entire Sideshow booth is so crazy that I couldn't stand there for that long. I'm like, I got
like 5 minutes waiting for it to happen again, like an idiot. And that's what it looks like, and it was very odd. And I don't give that like a 20% chance of ever getting made. The rest of them, I don't know. Like, what do you think percentage wise, TJ? Like, chance of these getting actually?
I think it's pretty close to 100.
Yeah.
I feel like Spider-Man is like the new Iron Man for Hot Toys.
He is, but all of these, you think?
Oh, except that stupid light up Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see Velocity suit making it, honestly.
Yeah, how many suits were there in the game? Do we remember? Is it 25? Is it more?
A couple dozen, right? Something like that.
There's
All right,
well, now they've added like way more. You're talking about number of suits in the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking like that's a lot of money for Hot Toys.
Yeah, I think they upwards of like 30 because the past like couple of DLCs have dropped with like a couple of costumes.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So you don't think Velocity is going to be made?
I think of all of them, that's one of the weakest ones because it has no roots in the comics. It's purely created by Insomniac for the game. Mm-hmm. And when I saw it in the game, I'm like, that's cool. I never put it on my Spider-Man. I don't know if anybody else did.
No.
I didn't play it, but I know, I mean, I'm just going to have to get a PS4 just to play this game.
I have an extra PS4.
You have an extra one?
Yeah.
How does someone have an extra PlayStation 4?
Yeah, really, just...
Someone who bought a PS4 Pro in a moment of depression.
Gotcha.
All right, we'll talk about the difference between those two later, and maybe I will actually buy one of those. I could trade you an Anakin Skywalker for it.
If you have a 4K TV with HDR, then you want the Pro. If you don't, then the regular.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. All right, but I mean, like, it's an insanely popular game.
Yeah.
And if they can milk this thing, and you know there's going to be a sequel, new suits from that. So if they can milk this thing, especially in a lot of markets.
Yep.
I'm going to guess the Asian market. I think they're kind of into Spider-Man. Maybe not the way they were into Iron Man, but I bet you could make it that way, and I bet you could sell a lot of armored Spider-Mans and things like that.
I think that the Iron Spider is a definite guaranteed yes. A lot of people are clamoring for it beforehand.
Yeah.
I think the negative suit, just because it's low overhead for them, because all they're doing is repainting the suit that they've already done with the advanced suit, that's an easy one for them to do. It could easily be a Toy Fair exclusive or something like that down the line.
Yeah.
That seemed like that to me.
Yeah.
I think that those two are guaranteed. The only one I'd question is Velocity Suit, just because it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a comic book purist, so for me, if it's not in the comics, I don't really.
Yeah. So let's talk about the cartoon elephant in the room, which was the sign behind Velocity Suit, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which both Tom and I thought day one, it's like, okay, day 2 or 3, that's going to be replaced with figure. And it never was.
Yeah. One downside of SDcc was exactly that. I expected to see that, so I could be like, okay, don't need to pre-order the Young Rich version because, boom, Hot Toys is doing it. Just putting the sign up there doesn't guarantee that they're doing it. Because, we saw, Anakin Skywalker in a giant fighter ship that we know will never get made. So, they show stuff all the time at Comic-Con that will never get made.
Right.
Show me the figure, and at least that kind of, leads on that way. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. Every day I went back there first to see. It had to happen. It had to happen, and it never happened. I think it's going to happen. Obviously, they're showing the picture of it, so it's going to happen. It's really odd that they didn't. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from a standard Spider-Man suit. Even just to show Miles. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little odd, but the theory that they put out some of this stuff, and I think this has probably cropped up in the last year or maybe 2, just to fend off these knockoffs, which has become more and more just prevalent and very bold, coming out like Young Rich.
Whoever's doing that
hand is a little more custom made and a little more underground, but the Young Rich is coming out and saying here's Miles Morales in 1/6, and you can buy him for $160 or whatever the hell it is. So maybe just the idea that this is coming out to fend off people from ordering it, as you and I, Tom, at least both did, and may continue to do, because I can't imagine they're not going to come out with these at this point.
I think there's such a demand for Miles specifically, and I hear a lot of people say that they would love that Gwen too, because it was great that they showed Miles and Gwen.
Absolutely.
I want Miles and Peter B. Parker. Himself, fat Spider-Man would be great to have.
Yep.
But a lot of people want Gwen, so I think showing that is like them being like, yeah, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And I feel like they have to make it.
I really want Noir too. I want the Noir Spider-Man a lot.
Well, Noir should come with Spider-Pig or Spider-Ham as well.
Yeah, true. 2-pack. TJ, you think that's coming? What's your percentage chance?
I only hope so. Like, when I found out how much a JB hand cost, I was messaging the guy like, hey man, I'm really into this. I thought it was not going to be that much. I thought it'd be high, just not like that high.
I was expecting in the 500 range. But,
me too.
It
was ultimately it was like 850, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, no.
That didn't surprise me as much based on the short run he was doing. He said he's only making 50 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then also our conversation with the was the Al Pacino
Hot Hero. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hot Hero as well. I feel like if you put a lot of custom, people who are making these things that are very one person.
Yeah.
All this stuff, for them to make their money back for the amount of time, I get it. That's fine. It's way better than the $800 head sculpt for Tony Stark that was bandied around not too long.
I'm wondering, TJ, in talking with him, I talked to him briefly, but I don't know if he was making all that stuff himself, or, here's the thing with customs is generally it's done by somebody overseas in Korea and Asia. And if you're doing 50 of them, if you've got 50, those things are probably, you could have Yunsel do what do you got, a jacket? The sneakers are a killer though. The sneakers could be a killer. That's expensive. But the jacket and shorts, you're probably looking at a 300 tops, maybe 250 for that. You know what I mean? The sneaker could be a killer though. I don't know if those were leather sneakers or if they were molded. I have no idea. I don't know what he was doing there. But
I will say though that
be $200.
That figure sets a bar that Hot Toys has to not only hit but exceed. Yeah. Because, I mean, granted, I know the Hot Toys will fall like a quarter of that price, but they're going to be constantly compared to this custom.
Yeah, and that's a weird thing that, well, it's not really a weird thing that the custom came out first. I guess it is with such a popular line like this. It's generally, it happens on a figure that either nobody's going to make and it's made as a custom, or it's already been made but everybody wants a different sculpt or a better suit or something like that. So it's interesting that this came out and it's so nicely done, and now it's like, your move, Hot Toys. Yeah,
and I really hope that they knock out the park. Like, I want unmasked, I want half masked, I want fully masked, I want the cloth clothing obviously on top of the suit. Yeah, I want all this stuff and as many accessories as they could jam pack into it.
Exactly.
Spray cans and all the good stuff.
All right, moving on. Drax.
Yes.
Awesome. Body still not quite as bulky as it probably should be, but it looks.
How dare they not change the body?
I know, because everybody said that on the first version.
Give me a reason to buy a new Drax, and I would buy it if it was a new body. But everything is the same except for the head, and all what I'll do.
And the pants, head and pants.
I don't care about the bright blue pants. I got black pants and red pants. That's enough of a change for me. Mm-hmm. The first version. It's like, honestly, I'll look on eBay for that head sculpt.
Yeah, it's very surprising, man. Very, very surprising that they didn't change that up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they think that that's accurate, because it's just not close. But it's just the what do you call that? The lats? Lats and
saggy man boobs.
Yeah, but I think it's
because
just
if you're going to do his pecs are like that, but they're like that because, like you said, his lats. He should have more of a wide taper here, and he's
exactly
this, which makes him look big. And instead, it looks like he has Ric Flair titties.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, right. But I'm picking him up anyway, I think.
If you don't have a Drax, honestly, the thing I said about the very first release, besides the body, obviously, was the fact that Drax always has, and like if he's doing anything, he's really happy or angry. Yeah. And he's the most expressive of all of the characters from the Guardian. Yeah. And he needs an expression. And then, I don't know, this is perfect. That's exactly the face I wanted.
I'm hoping, probably against hope, but that there'll be a couple of sculpts with this.
Yeah.
Probably not.
We'll see. I mean, hopefully.
It would be awesome. Because you're right. I mean, he's very expressive, and it would be great to have... you don't even want like a neutral expression on Drax. It's like
he's like the only time
you want like either like a dumbfounded look or a laughing look or something.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite scenes in the first Guardians movie, which I still watch on almost a weekly basis, is when they are flying into Ronan's ship, and he is just laughing maniacally as they run over all of the villains on their way in, and he's just he's loving life the whole time.
It's one of the greatest characters in the Marvel universe.
He is, I think, the greatest character personally.
Mantis looks really, really good, I think. I don't know, Tom, you're like the Guardians guy, so collector anyways. Tom, TJ, do you have any Guardians?
I have all of them.
Oh, you do?
Except Gamora. Well, that's on pre-order.
Oh, yeah, I've seen your Star-Lord. Yeah, that's
true. You'll be releasing very soon, actually.
Think so?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up Gamora.
Tell me more.
To bite the bullet and do that.
Did you hear?
No, I didn't hear from anybody, but I feel like she should be coming soon.
I was like, just tell me more. Like, you want to call me later if you have any information?
Sure.
To be on the show.
You got it.
Hey, don't tell the audience. Don't give anybody any insider information.
No insight.
we
I
wouldn't
will
want to be
say-
helpful to people who are watching.
No,
But I think Mantis looks really good.
I agree. One thing that you guys perverted me on, and I think this is probably for the better, I guess, was that I do kind of wish that maybe she had rooted hair just so we could turn her head.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I mean, again, it's a preview. This isn't up for pre-order. Maybe that'll change, but that is going to be, on immobile, basically.
But I love it. I wanted a Mantis more than I wanted Nebula. She completes my Guardians from the comics in a way that we've seen in the films so far. So
that hair could be a nightmare if it was rooted, though. You never get it to curl up and bounce like that.
Definitely not. Yeah.
I hate it when I can't get it to curl up and bounce. Like
I know, right? It's the worst.
I only have one shot in mind, though.
There's an ointment for that, though.
Yeah, what is it? I mean, not that I need it, but I mean,
Cool.
there's only one shot that it's when she's got her hands on like Thanos' head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably all I'll do, and then she goes into this display case.
Yeah. I as much as I need the Guardians, I don't know that I need Mantis.
Mantis was I wanted Mantis more than.
Yeah. And you didn't bite on that knockoff, right?
Oh, I was just about to say, I'm glad.
It was bad.
Hey, look, and you know what it was? Is I was holding out hope that Hot Toys wouldn't let me down, and so far they haven't. If this turns out to be the Crossbones or Vulture, yeah. I'll be pissed.
And this cat with the Avengers outfit, right? I mean,
and the same body as the first Avengers Cap,
that was disappointing.
Yeah, he's so weak looking. That's not Cap. Come on.
Yeah, it's an odd thing. I mean, what do you think? You think this gets made?
No.
I don't think so either. I don't know who's calling for this thing. I don't know who's calling for that. I mean,
if they put the new body in that suit, I could see people buying it and wanting it because if he fills out that suit and you put on the regular head and everything like that and it looks good. I'm one of the very few people I still like that costume, especially because it wasn't designed. It had no Cap input in the suit. So it was like a Shield kind of doing this is what a superhero should look like kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
That helmet was stupid looking.
Oh, it's honestly just the ear pads that killed me.
Yeah. It's too much of a flashback to that 70s thing with the helmet. Did anybody see that thing with the?
Oh yeah. The
pictures of it. Did you actually watch the show? Did you ever actually watch it?
Oh, I watched that movie on repeat as a child.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all alone. Yeah, I love that, man.
The Italian Red Skull.
Yes. There was a show. We're gonna have to go into this another time, but there was a show that it was some sort of one of those specials because they used to, back in the 70s and 80s they had these variety shows that they don't have anymore. But it was something about they mixed. I think they mixed DC and Marvel superheroes, and it was this weird cosplay thing. It was very odd. I still haven't been able to find it on YouTube. It's got to be out there somewhere. But I remember distinctly watching this on TV saying, "Oh my God, this is so cool." And it wasn't.
Can I tell you a side tangent in the same kind of vein? The live action Spider-Man TV show that used to be on.
Yeah.
I used to record all those on VHS and wear out the VHS replaying them. Over.
I bought one. I bought one. I found one at some warehouse of comic book stuff. They had a VHS video of 3 of the episodes, and I did the same thing. I wore it out.
Nice.
So good. That was back way before the dream of ever having a live action Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Forget about it. Yep. Okay, we got so much to go. All right, we're gonna go through this quick. Jan here, not gonna happen.
Jan?
Or
Really?
not.
Who's Jan?
What's his fucking name?
I can't even remember. Honestly.
Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron.
Megatron.
Not gonna. Yeah, meet Poe Dameron. You're not coming out. Green Captain Marvel.
I think they could do it.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Straw,
I think-
maybe.
Easy repaint.
Not happening.
I swear, are easy for them to do. They can do it.
Easy, but is it going to sell? Or maybe it doesn't matter because it's going to cost them $10 to make it.
Exactly. It costs them $10 to make it. You put it up for pre-order. They get the pre-orders in. They make just that amount. Boom, done. And you're done.
I think it's very past that movie, and I just don't think that movie with the fan base. It's good. I enjoyed it. I just don't
Do you
think
know
it
how
did.
much money that movie made?
Oh no, I'm saying it did well. I just don't. I think there's a lot. the young men buying this shit, have a lot of
Rog,
problems.
by the way. Jan Rog, right?
Yes, Jan Rog. Didn't I say Jan?
You said just Jan. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. That's his first name. Rog is his middle name.
No, they always say it just as one.
Yeah, I know. And then a War Machine, Neon War Machine. Like
that'll happen because they've done all the other Neon.
Oh, it's happening. Yeah, that's a given.
It's crazy that it's the Mark One.
Yeah.
Is it diecast? Do we know?
I don't know, but I'd imagine it would be.
Yeah.
For their old plastic one, they probably don't even have the molds for that stuff anymore.
No, Trevor's gonna get this one. Goes next to that.
Man, I sold the blue one, man.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm out of the neon business.
Was that easy to sell?
Yeah, it was weird. I sold it to somebody who I think was back in Hong Kong. Was back in Hong Kong because I sent it to someplace in Washington D.C. that ships out overseas. So whatever. I didn't take. I made a little money, but I didn't get make a killing or anything on it.
You actually shot it at least once, right?
Yeah. No, I shot a bunch of them. Yeah, I shot a bunch of shots. It was fun to play with an Iron. I've never had the only Iron Man I ever had. It was cool. It was interesting.
What body was that one based on? Was that the Mark IV?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. We talked about this, but I think that was it. Yeah.
The Mark IV is one of my favorite classic. It's funny talking about the movies as they're actually being classic armors now because there are.
I know.
We're talking about a decade of Iron Man.
Crazy. All right, let's keep going here.
Speaking of Iron Man,
where this is in the wild stuff, wasn't preview, wasn't new. It was just like, I don't think it was the first time for Gamora, but first time I'd seen her live.
We were just talking about how that's got to be releasing soon.
Yeah, it's got to be. Tony Sculpt looks great. I know people were pissed off about the damaged version coming out after everybody had bought the regular version.
I'm one of those people.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that. Punisher sculpt from the War Machine Punisher looked awesome, I thought, in person.
It looked awesome in the original pictures, but you didn't think so.
I didn't think so. I wasn't sure about it. I was like, I'm never going to display this, but seeing, I mean, if it comes out looking anything like that, paint-wise, I think it looks nice, really nice.
I only wish that they didn't give him the Superman.
Yeah, the Superman curl. It's a little weird. Yeah.
It's just, it's not really a Punisher thing.
That's not a Frank Castle thing at all, no. It's weird. Odd choice. DC, I blew it here because the Superman from Sideshow actually was new, and he's in the background there. You can see him. Wonder Woman, Tom.
I'm not talking about this figure again. I've said
everything. Wonder Woman looks really good. I think like seeing all these together.
Yeah.
Made me feel
I love this Wonder Woman. I think it's a fantastic looking Wonder Woman, and I would buy it if you take 2 cup sizes away from her.
Yeah, it's a little like this shot.
You can't see it in this picture.
Tasteful, but if you go to the side, it's like a Vargas girl. It's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Nobody knows what that fucking reference is, but sorry, look it up, Google it.
Youngsters, you
kids, get off my 1/6 line.
This middle picture, though, that's my figure of the show.
I know. Is it really?
Yeah, because that's one of my dream figures that I didn't think that Hot Toys would ever do. And
well, they haven't yet
seen it up for pre-order yet, but just even seeing it made me so excited. I was worried that we were going to get freaking Star Ace doing it or something like that. And it'll look like a Barbie.
TJ's so bored he's texting other people.
I know.
I'm looking up Vargas girls. You just told me to do it, man.
Oh, all right. Well, announce that. I'm looking at Vargas girls right now. You know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Do I have to Google this now too?
Fucking A. Superman looked pretty cool too, but I think he had the body of the Batman that they put out, and it was a little like
weaker than the Batman.
It looked bony, like the whole. Like, I like the structure of the chest and the muscles in the Batman because he's lean and hungry and stuff. Well, he's not hungry; he's fucking rich, but whatever. But Superman should just be a little bit bulkier, and he wasn't. But
you can put a disclaimer up with that Googling Vargas girls.
Okay.
Sorry, TJ.
No, like the Superman is as skinny as the Captain America Avenger.
Yeah.
And the Joker was a revelation to me. I haven't really paid attention to it, but I know it's been up for pre-order and it looks great. And I actually just did pre-order it, so it's really cool looking.
I will say I did like about Superman is that it wasn't overly bulky. I do like the Christopher Reeve style Superman because Superman doesn't have to look.
Yeah, but even Christopher Reeve is a little more
right. And that's the one thing I feel like he should be
beefier than that, but you know what I mean? A little
slightly built. He should look bigger than Batman. That's it. If you make Batman one way, Superman should look beefier than Batman.
Correct.
Doesn't have to be by a lot, but it does have to be a little
Correct.
bit.
Batman, I believe this is the Batman Forever. He of the nippled and prominent ball sack, I guess, here going on. Like, what the?
That codpiece is something freaking. It catches the light in every picture I've seen from it. It is insane how like prominent that thing is.
Yeah, you don't want to top light this. You don't want Paramount lighting on this guy because holy shit.
I will guess that was probably in Chris O'Donnell's contract to be like, you have to make my package look gigantic.
You think so? Is he that vain? Really?
Guarantee it. He seems like that type of person.
Could be.
I will say though, like, I did think that this looks not good.
No,
I mean,
it's
whatever.
not even accurate.
Right, but that's it. So Matt Kirk, Roll the Hard Six, sent me images of the classic Chris O'Donnell suit in the suit and how shiny and whatnot that suit looked.
Yeah.
Besides the terrible nipples and codpiece, I was like, okay, if this actually looked accurate and like looked like this kind of same material kind of thing, I could see the allure of getting a Robin.
Yeah, I still wouldn't buy it, but yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I know, but it's not at all. And it's a prototype. It's odd. We're gonna get into like some of the Star Wars stuff that they didn't show, but this is just an odd thing. Like even if it was perfectly accurate, this movie was. I'm sorry, this movie was god awful. It was awful.
It wasn't as awful as the one that came after it, but it was still awful.
Well, yeah, they got progressively worse, but and then they came out with Batman at the Hong Kong show, right?
Yes, and I will say, although George Clooney Batman is not my Batman by any sense of the mean, nor do I ever need. Sorry, Val Kilmer. It was Val Kilmer.
It is the Val Kilmer one. Yeah, you're right.
Because it's the Forever. And what's funny is that it didn't have the nipples, so you're only gonna get one nipple of the Cape Crusader.
That's one nipple, one no nipple. Right, yeah.
It looks really good, but again, I don't need it.
That Val Kilmer. All I remember from that movie was I think it was the end credits, where they're running together in sort of backlit shadow, and the ears are going like wobbling, like they're like rubber. It was like Jesus.
That was the one with Seal's "Kiss from a Rose." So that's what I remember.
Yep. Was it?
Yeah, I had that soundtrack.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure because it's the Nicole Kidman one.
Huh.
Nicole Kidman was in the "Kiss from a Rose."
Okay. I hated that song.
But hey, let's not skip over. I know I briefly said about it. The Flash looked really good. You guys,
Hey,
the only one here who likes that Flash.
I have no feelings about the Flash whatsoever. His character, I never really cared for. So,
TJ, you watched the CW?
Never watched the show.
I watched the first 4 episodes.
So
and then just stopped.
Yeah. Okay.
Not because I didn't like it. I just couldn't keep up with a lot of things on TV.
I get it.
How about you?
Yeah.
This is a dream figure for me. So
he's all over it.
This is one I watched every episode of The Flash. I love that. So I mean, the seasons definitely do a little roller coaster, but of all the Flashes to be done live action, this is the one that I want. I do like the.
Is something going on? Are you watching Arrow too?
I am not watching Arrow. I gave up on Arrow after season 4, but they did They did a whole bunch of crazy stuff where they did a time jump, and now it's like.
I read like I'm not keeping up on this at all, and I didn't buy the DC Direct, whatever the hell it was, not DC Direct, whatever the hell that show channel was. But are they doing some sort of crisis?
Every year. So every year since the Flash came out, they've done some crossover stuff. Uh-huh. And every year it gets progressively bigger because then they got the Supergirl show, and then they got the Legends of Tomorrow show. So
they tied that Supergirl show into it.
Oh yeah,
even though it was on CBS.
Well, no, she's on CW now. But yeah, even when she was on CBS, that was explained as she's in a different multiverse.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, but it works really well with this whole Crisis stuff. Okay. So they're building up to Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is this.
Bring them together.
Yeah, this next year's big crossover event is the biggest Crisis.
Gotcha.
It's also the last one for Arrow since that season's.
Yeah, there's a lot of crises at DC. I didn't say that. All right, we're gonna move on to Star Wars. Darth Maul from Solo. I think when I heard, not what I heard. I saw the pictures first. Obviously, that's how you hear about these things or see these things. And I was like, I don't need this. Now I think I need it.
I'm right. I'm in the exact same place as you.
I think it's really freaking cool looking.
Did you get the first one?
I did. Well, I got the Sideshow one. I didn't get the Hot Toys one.
Okay.
I'm happy with the Sideshow one, except for the shitty body. But
I didn't get the Sideshow one. I got the Hot Toys one, and I'm like, do I need two malls?
yeah, that's what I mean. And kind of a, no offense, he's, it's an older mall. He looks, but I mean, it's accurate. It looks really good, and I love those legs. I love what he comes with. We can just move on to that. That's 274 mechanized legs. Why he has a mall hologram, I don't understand.
I think it's just so if you wanted to do the Kira side of that, because they'll probably never do a Kira.
They're never going to do a Kira.
Yeah.
No, never happening. Who knows if they're even doing another movie? I really hope they do.
I do too, because
I really enjoyed this movie. Loved it.
Really
I love the first one.
The first mall?
The first solo.
Yeah.
Or hopefully
not the first.
The only solo.
Hopefully not the only solo, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Solo as well. I thought it was great. Honestly, I liked it better than Rogue One. I know that's blasphemy.
Yeah, you said that. That's a bold statement.
I know.
But it came close for me. It's enjoyable. It was an enjoyable movie, and I had no problem with anybody else being in that role. Surprisingly,
I think he did a great job, actually.
Yeah, I think the whole thing was great. I think they did a really good job casting it.
Give me, even for a sequel, just give me Lando. Give me a Lando movie where then Han comes in on like the side, like plays the Lando.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the second movie should have been them sort of going their separate ways and then coming together at the end for some reason. Anyway, so yeah, I think this might happen for me. TJ, what do you think?
I'm honest. Well, no to this one, but I'm like struggling not to order the Hot Toys one.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Is this PERS as well?
It looks like that from all the pictures. The eyes are definitely a different position.
Yeah, I think so. They wouldn't mold them like that. So yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know.
I love this figure. I more see it as not even the Solo mall. I always see this as the Clone Wars / Rebels mall.
Yeah, Rebels mall. Yeah, exactly.
And I love the Maul's representation through that entire cartoon series was the best Maul has ever been.
Yep.
And that's what made me super excited to see him in Solo. I'm like, oh crap, they're actually continuing that from the cartoon.
I know. Really cool. I love this is a tangent too, but just a quick tangent. I love the way they're bringing all this stuff together, and I really think that a lot of that stuff is going to happen in the next movie. I really think it's going to happen. I think they're going to bring a lot of stuff in that is a little more fan. What's the term?
Fan service?
Yeah, a little more fan service. Based on things in Rebels and some of the tangential outsider stuff.
I think that JJ is like, we see the reaction that happened on the movie that I didn't do, so let me try to bring everybody back by making people excited again.
And just the idea that, hey, people know what's going on outside of this. Not everybody, but if you make it and you do something that the general audience goes, oh, I guess that's cool, and this person's like, like bringing Thrawn into it or something like that. The general audience wouldn't know who the fuck Thrawn is, but if he's a bad guy and he's made out to be somebody, who's in charge of what, I'm not going to do spoilers because I've listened to a lot of shit, but anyway, something like that would be, the Hammer and Captain America. You know what I mean? That would be that holy shit. That's awesome.
I know people who would lose their goddamn mind if
God, yes.
A live action movie.
And I don't think the general audience really understood, except that they had brought it up smartly in Ultron, that about the hammer and Cap and picking it up, and then it moved a little bit. But I mean, the general audience, who the hell remembered that by 3 movies later, or 4 or 5, whatever the hell it was, movies.
You're talking. I can't even put my brain in the body of a general audience for those types of movies. Because
when everybody went nuts, but I mean, when I was in the theater, everybody went nuts. You know what I mean? My wife was like, "Oh, okay, what's happening?"
Really?
But, yeah, she enjoys those movies, but she's not like into it like we are. Like, she doesn't remember that, picking up, Mjolnir is going to be like a fucking...
Excuse me. Say that name one more time.
Mjolnir.
Okay, let's just leave it at that.
Is it not? Did I
No,
not pronounce it?
You put the R in the wrong place, but it's fine.
Okay.
I do think though that when Thor calls Mjolnir earlier in that film,
Mjolnir. Sorry. You see, here's the thing. I grew up with comics. I started reading this shit when I was little, and I figured out a way to pronounce that in the comic books for myself, and it has never left me.
What is the fifth dimension imp that always terrorizes Superman's name? Yeah, right?
Mixelplicht.
Yeah, Mixelplicates or something like that. Like
I made that up, and that's it, and I'm done.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. That's what
I don't care what the fuck you call it. It's Mixelplicht.
But I think that when Thor calls his hammer earlier to kind of prove his worthiness again, I think that kind of sets up the audience for when Cap pulls it himself to be like, oh, guess what? Well, Cap's worthy. I think that was them being like, we got to remind the general audience what this is like.
Right, exactly.
All
right, we've gone out of fun on way big tangent. We got a lot to get through here.
I can talk Avengers all the time, though.
TJ, big surprise with the Bespin Luke. What do you think?
No, I was like, oh, I just bought my
I know
Bespin Luke like 3 days before this was announced. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Well, what do you feel, though? I mean, taking out the DX Luke that you have.
No, I mean, like, listen, like the DX Luke that I have with like 2 different bodies, the battle damage one, and like all the accessories,
great.
like it looks great. This Luke does look like he's been working out.
Yeah.
Much more.
I'm not happy with the body. They slapped the Return of the Jedi sculpt on there. That's not a new sculpt, obviously, and I think the hair is wrong. And I don't know. It's great that other people are going to get the opportunity to buy this because it's expensive now, hard to find. But it's not going to make me give up my DX.
No. Actually, I might have a separate conversation with you later. Some parts have worn out on mine.
Oh, really?
Some of the magnets are shot.
Oh, well, that happens. Yeah.
Can I talk about Kid Fisto?
Yeah, let's talk about Kid Fisto. What do you think?
I really want Kid Fisto.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think of the odds that Kid Fisto is going to get made?
I think they're decent odds. Like it's probably one of the more random figures they like teased this year.
Here's my first thought. Where's Mace Windu before Kid Fisto?
True.
You're talking likeness rights. I bet you he's a little more pricey than Kid Fisto.
Yeah, but they already have. I mean, they're paying for that for Marvel, so.
Yeah, for Marvel, and I guarantee you, Samuel L. Jackson is a very smart man.
Cheap, I'm sure.
He's worked out some deals to be like, hey, and I guarantee you it'll happen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I think the reason why we got Kid Fisto first is because it's easy to do like him, Keatu Monday, if they want to do that. Like if they want to do some of these crazier looking aliens that they don't have to pay likeness rights for.
Yeah, what's interesting is I would have thought I'm going to guess this is like a 50% chance of getting made by Hot Toys. This is a Sideshow project. You know what I mean? This is what Sideshow should be doing if they're going to do any Star Wars. Forget the Luke. Forget Luke. Forget any of that shit. Just focus on aliens. And
no, Hot Toys has not done a Lando yet, and I'm shocked. By going into this ComiCon,
well, that's a whole other thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just expecting Hot Toys to do a Lando. So thank God someone is out there doing a Lando because we need
Lando. And where's the Bespin Han that was teased? I mean, I've been saying this. I thought that was gonna, my prediction for Celebration was wrong.
Yep.
And I think I may have predicted it for SDcc too.
I think I even jumped on that with you, being like, "Yeah, we'll definitely see that." Because
you've seen the back of him at this point, or at least you've seen some clothing on.
My money's ready. My money's ready for that figure. I need that figure. I need Han, and I want that Han.
Like I said in the past, I bought a custom outfit because this was 2 years ago, still going on, which I didn't feel I needed anymore. But I may have that custom outfit before the freaking Hot Toys comes out. Anyway, Kid Fisto, buy, TJ? It's a buy for you.
Yes. Yeah. I was always like really into these like obscure Jedi.
Yeah.
I like the very alien Jedi.
5 seconds against Darth Sidious.
Right. Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, he'd be cool to shoot for sure. I mean, that's a cool looking face.
Great face. I really like that face.
I'm wondering about the hair tentacle things, how mobile they are. I'm going to assume they're probably soft.
rubber. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. My favorite, I think this is probably my favorite of the show, is Wicket. I think that's...
I have two favorites from the show. One is Flash. The other is Wicket. I'm right there with you.
So perfect. So
those Ewoks, I need them, and Wicket is the one, obviously, to start with. And I'm so glad they didn't do the rocket route where they sculpted the hair. They actually made him furry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to shed like crazy, but whatever.
Sure.
I mean, actually, you know, Chewbacca doesn't. So unless you comb him, which I'm ashamed to admit I've done.
So do I.
Yeah. You have to comb your Chewie, right?
Have to.
Yeah. But the proportions are great. We'll see about the articulation, but it looks pretty good. I mean, they did a Winnie the Pooh. Why can't they do, you know, an Ewok?
I always loved Teddy Ruxpin, so I'm waiting for it.
True.
No, I'm 100% excited for this figure. The second it goes up for pre-order, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm buying this Ewok from Hong Kong. That's how much I want it.
You know what, TJ? I might be. You get a deal with two. You get egg roll or something like that. I don't know.
It's 3 egg rolls.
Yeah.
Jesus, you guys are terrible. I will say,
two you get egg roll. It was a movie. It was Woody Allen. Not that he's, you know, whatever.
I thought you were just being racist.
No.
I was right there with you.
He is. But the base, it looked like he does come with the Predator base that we saw again with.
Yeah. And he's got the helmet. Yeah, you can't really see it, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's you know, they like to reuse that stuff, and that's fine. But I think that's how they're going to try to jack the price up to over $200.
Oh, that'll be over $200. I mean, just the fur alone is going to be. That's I'm going to guess in the 230 range.
235.
$1.
That's a lot for that little dude. I mean, I'll pay it because I need him, but
yeah.
How much was Yoda? Was Yoda under 200? The original, the first Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, he was. I think he was 189 or 190 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think.
that new Yoda, by the way, looks so good.
It looks
Even though I don't really like the prequels and I prefer classic Yoda, but that new Yoda looks like movie.
It's really hard to not get it.
I know, me too. Same feeling. Totally on board with these Jawas. I have a lot of the Sideshow ones, and the bodies are horrendous. I think this clothing's more accurate. I like the weathering. I like the guns.
I hope it's a 2-pack because I think you can't have a single Jawa.
Definitely.
No.
They showed 2 Jawas. That's why.
Yeah, definitely. I like the idea that you can see the eyes. I don't know what they're doing there, and I don't know if it was just the light, but there wasn't a lot of light on those. Because the Sideshow ones, unless you have the battery in, there's nothing there. You can't see anything. So, battle droids.
Someone's gonna be excited for that.
Yeah,
That person, not me.
might pick one up, maybe. I don't know.
But if you get one, you need.
I know, that's the problem, and they're gonna be. They're gonna be close to 200.
Oh yeah, those battle droids will be about 210.
They might be a 2-pack too. You never know, but then it'll be 400.
They have to. If, you know what? If they did a 2-pack for like 285 or like 310 or something like that, that would be. I'd understand it.
Yeah. So, Padme for me was like, "Oh, this is great," and then that sculpt has got to be changed, man. It's just not. It's not living up to it. It's not.
It's also
good.
not the Padme I want to see first. I want to see, if I'm going to see Padme, I want the crazy Phantom Menace, like overdone.
I've heard people say that. Yeah.
I don't agree, but I've heard people say it.
No. Well, yeah, that's the subtext of that. Yes, I don't agree. I like this look.
I do too. It's very Leia, actually. In a way.
I don't need the Queen Amidala.
I just want to. I'm not going to buy any Padme, so don't take anything I ever say about it. So,
Yeah.
But the one I want to see in person at a ComiCon is I want to see the crazy, resplendent, so much detail that it blows your mind kind of Padme.
Yeah, there was a custom out there a while ago that even had the light up, those little jewels at the bottom of the dress were lit up and things like that. It was crazy. It never came out, but it looked great. I don't know if you'll ever see that. I really don't know if you'll ever see that.
TJ, you gonna jump on this Padme?
No.
I have to get.
I feel like I need an Anakin.
Well, just borrow one of Trevor's 18.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you're gonna have to help me out with these because I know Commander Cody, but I what's that?
We know Donk.
Oh yeah, no, the clones, the specific names of the clones. I know it's like a jump trooper or an air.
Isn't it the Utapau trooper? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm sorry, Mignolner. What?
I don't want to pull a Trevor, but those are Obi-Wan's troopers.
That's got a thing now.
Let's coin a phrase.
Let's not. All right. All right. So there's a couple clone troopers in Commander
I'm going to
Cody's.
Google what this was. Oh, it's a Vargas girl. Hold on.
Google Vargas trooper.
Disclaimer: the Vargas girl. Don't be around your parents if you're young when you Google that, and don't do it at work.
Come on.
212th Battalion.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
Cool looking. Probably not something that's going to get into my collection, I don't think. But
I would be tempted to get
Cody might. Cody might, but the rest of them not so much.
I might get this over Cody.
Yeah, really?
I like
cool
generic troopers.
Which, the middle one?
No, the one on the left.
Okay.
But Cody looks so. Cody is the best trooper I've ever seen.
I 100% agree with you, but I'm a big just like kind of army builder at one point.
But can you get Cody so I can see your photography of Cody? I just want a photographer I love to get better Cody.
I might get both.
Okay.
Just buy him, sell him, just like, you know.
You know what my beef is though? Like I'm not one to, make comments like a lot of the foreign people do, but the Cody, this is true. Cody looks a lot like the coloring on the Cody armor is a lot darker than the generic trooper.
Oh yeah, is it? Wait a minute, you're saying it's supposed to be, or it is?
No, I thought it was the same armor, but Cody has different accessories, other stuff, but it's just the coloring at ComiCon just look a lot different.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, in the background, he looks like exactly the same coloring as the dude in front of him.
Yeah, and these are different edits. So, like the guy on the left there is a little darker, probably because of the light or whatever. But yeah, it looks very similar to me.
Because Cody's right there in that middle picture, and he looks exactly the same.
Let's talk about the guy on the left.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the guy on the left looks darker.
I think that's an edit.
I think that's what Trevor was just saying. I think that's
just remember it looking very different.
Yeah, I think that's just editing.
I just love Cody's visor and stuff like that. Like,
I would drive Gonk. Odds. I think this is going to come packaged with Jawas. No.
Like, was Jawas even in the early prequels?
What are you talking about? No. I'm on to Gonk. I'm on to Power Droid. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Gonk.
Talked way too much about.
Yes. I do think he's included with the Jawas. Agreed.
Yeah, there's nothing to him. Yeah. Maybe those legs move a little bit, but that's about it.
And I'm gonna probably get those Jawas if they do the Jawas.
Hell yes. Yep.
Because I love. You give me Jawas, you give me the Tusken Raiders, you give me the classic Star Wars like B characters. I'm all about them. I love them.
Yes, please, for the love of God, give us a Tusken Raider Hot Toys. Unbelievable. Another thing that I can't believe we haven't seen. All right, we're off of Hot Toys. It's a lot for Hot Toys. 3-0 Night King, which should be the Knight's King, but whatever. Came up for order. 198 from 3-0. Looked pretty good there. And then I got to say, I saw the promo shots, and I was like less impressed. But
it's just photography, though. Like I think that we saw him. I think we saw the same figure that they took pictures of, and he looked great in person. Yeah,
I don't know if it was well, I'll show you the next shot. So this is coming out in April, but this is based on the newer guy who played him, not the old guy. I have a custom that's based, I think, on the original guy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I always liked better, but thought he looked a little scarier. I hate this though. This separate head and I mean, I love this separate head and neck.
Yeah.
Photography reasons, for posing reasons, but I think it looks like complete crap here. I don't know. This looks terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good.
No.
There.
Looked great here. Looked really good in person. Like
in person, I was blown away by this figure. I was like, I kind of want to get all of the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Even though in the show,
yeah, I know,
piddled out and made them inconsequential.
That's what everybody's saying. It's like, I would have gotten a Night King for sure a year ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When they were actually like, this thing to be feared. But now they're just like, oh, don't worry. You could destroy them in a night.
Yeah. TJ, you have a Jon Snow, right?
He ordered the new one, and he has the old one, right?
I have the original Jon Snow, but I bought the 30. No, I'm sorry,
Right.
the
1/6 kit.
1/6 kit heads up.
11. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You ordered the new one though too, didn't you?
You got Tyrion
Well,
coming.
actually, yes. I'm waiting for Tyrion.
You got Tyrion. Okay.
You and me both. He was due out like what 3 months?
Yeah.
ago?
Well, didn't we get like the the shipping delay email like 2 weeks ago or something?
Yeah.
I ordered him too. I haven't gotten anything from him.
It happened a while. It happened before ComiCon.
Okay. You picking this up, TJ?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'd rather buy yours.
Did you buy the Walker?
I did.
Okay. That one I might have to grab.
If you want to sell yours, I'll throw in a PS4.
I will talk after.
The
Okay.
White Walker I've seen him available currently for some good pricing.
Yeah.
No, the Knights King, the custom.
His custom.
Is he called the Knights King with an S
In the book, it's the Knights King.
Yeah.
In the show, it's the Night King.
Okay. I only know him. I never read the books, so
Yeah. So I got a good look. This is not the greatest of pictures, or else my contacts are failing me.
Eli.
But, I think this looks great. Some people were talking about, I've seen some talk about the glue on the head. It is a prototype, but I thought it looked pretty goddamn good. I mean,
He didn't look $350 good though to me. That's my problem. When I saw him in person, I was a little let down by.
Really? Do tell.
Well, a lot of reasons. One, I don't need the freaking gate, the no admittance except on party business gate, and I feel like that's a big chunk of that price. I think Gandalf's sculpt looked really nice. I did feel like his eyes were a little too inset. Granted, I'm sure that's because they're doing the eye movement thing.
I think that's a little bit of lighting too. Yes, and the purrs, yeah.
Yeah. But I think he looked great from here up. From here down, it's like it's Gandalf. He's wearing basically a burlap sack that's colored gray.
It's the same as the original. It's the same original figure, but I think TJ, you remember what the cost of the original figure was? Do you have the original one?
I missed out on that one.
Oh, you don't have Gandalf. Okay.
No.
I got the deluxe version. I think it was, I don't know. I can't even venture a guess. I think it was only around, or somewhere around 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25, 220.
That's the thing that got me is all of their figures are around the 200 price mark. Right?
Yeah.
So this is almost twice the price. So I want twice the amount of something back. You know what I mean? I don't know. I felt like I was missing something because like my Thor and Oaken Shield has a rooted beard. He has rooted hair. He looks, sorry, he doesn't have the rooted beard, but Gimli does. But yeah, so like I don't know. In the dwarves I have, I feel like I've gotten way more than I paid for.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Asmus kind of set us like a specific bar.
I was talking to him, and they're a little like concerned about like, are people going to think about the price? And my comment back was the kind of work that they're doing on this, which isn't like you can do rooted hair. Like if you look at the Gimli, it looks great, but a lot of the braiding hides that and stuff. But there's it's difficult to do like the Widow's Peak to get that in without having a big gap or a line. To do that in mass production is very difficult. This is hand work. And honestly, if you were to give this over to somebody to do as a custom, that head alone could cost you
I understand.
to somewhere between $250 and $300.
I totally understand. In my mind, though, it's hard for me to separate the idea that I'm buying amazing looking figures from Asmus alone for 180.
And I think that's their concern.
Yeah.
I think that's their concern, is that their audience is used to,
I think it's a valid
quite
concern.
frankly, amazing stuff.
Yes.
For under $200. And now you're asking to spend
themselves in the foot, right? I feel like they almost shot themselves in the foot. However, by doing that, they kind of also excuse themselves from the trips that they've made with certain figures.
Yeah.
Like certain figures look really bad, and they're not that good. So it's a weird balance where the 200 price point kind of like evens out in a certain way.
Right.
So with Gandalf, I don't know. I need to kind of see production. I want to order it. I haven't but I need Gandalf's my favorite character from all the Lord of the Rings movies, and I want him badly.
I got to say, I kind of like the gate. I thought that was a nice. I didn't see that. I think this was the first time they showed this as part of that package, and you know, I know that it's like to produce that is probably not a ton of money, but it is an extra thing that's, you know, it's kind of nice to have.
It's a whole new sculpt. It's something they have to like newly paint.
Right.
Stuff like that. So
I think they're feeling like, ooh, people. I mean, just knowing some of the people from there, I think they have that feeling like it's almost an English embarrassment. Like, God, we're asking you for so much, but it's so good. You know what I mean? It does look really good, and I know there's a lot of handwork that goes into this. I know what it takes to glue things onto a face. It's not a mass-produced type.
You know what though? It looked really good, but you know what else looked really good? Theoden, which was right next to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is Theoden going for? 200.
Yep, there he is.
So like, granted, he's not rooted.
Not rooted hair. That Widow's Peak is a little off.
That I mean, okay. Now that I'm seeing him in photos, that's not what my brain processed when I was looking at him in person. I thought he looked great in person.
Freaking me out a little bit, but the sculpt itself of his face is great.
The sculpt looked really nice. The armor was.
Oh,
that's the thing though. Like their armor, their outfits, super detailed. It's gorgeous. Gandalf, you just don't get any of that, so you're looking to make that up in other areas.
I totally get that. I totally get that because it's incredible what you get when you get somebody with any kind of like Gimli, even with the the helmet, intricacy that somebody has taken to do this. We know it's 3D work, and you know that there's step and repeat things for that.
It's a hard thing to paint still, and then
but it's a hard thing to paint.
Yeah, and they don't just paint it; they also add some weathering and things like that on, and it looks really good.
I get it. I tell them it blows my mind every time I open one of these things and I look at the clothing. You know, the sculpt is like the second thing I looked at after I look at the clothing when I open one of their figures, because it's just unbelievable. And I feel like, you know, as much as I would like a more accurate sculpt on some of the figures, I feel like, you know, I don't mind even paying for these slim versions where you can get, like Gandalf, they're supposedly going to offer up the head separately for people who already have the first version.
I need to know how they're going to.
I don't know how they're going to prove that either, but they didn't know how to prove it. I asked them, they didn't know. So there you go.
Because I know C Collectibles wants to know that. He asked me to ask them, but I never got the chance to see them because they weren't there. The first time that we went by, they weren't there at the booth.
They kind of couched it and said they're working it out. So I don't know what that means. But TJ, you picking up Theoden?
Pre-ordered.
None. Nice, done.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, I would have liked rooted hair, but I understand why they didn't. But again,
it's fine. Like Éomer was, you know how I feel about Éomer's rooted hair.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You know what I mean? That was not good.
But when Aragon came out, didn't they do a sculpted hair first, and then they did a rooted hair second?
Yeah, you get both. You get either or.
Okay. Do you think that they're gonna do another version of Theoden down the line with rooted hair?
Well, here is some inside information. So I asked them what might be the next thing in the Crown series. It's definitely going to be Gandalf the White. After that, they're very vague, and I think they're waiting to kind of see what happens with this and that. And may or may not, like, I'm like, you got to do a Legolas.
Yo, God, I need a good Legolas.
And they're like, yeah, well, you know, I think they're just kind of waiting to see what happens with this because it's a lot of money. You know what I mean? And they're going to have to sell another Legolas for probably $300. You know? Actually, you know, without a beard, I think the braids, now that they've done that with Gimli, I don't think if they do a Crown Series version of that, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near $350. I think it might be more in the $250 range or something like that. But we'll see. Did you? I don't think you did, but you didn't have to ask them why Sideshow's not carrying Gandalf? I didn't ask them that, no. Because that's something I wanted to know, because I wanted to do a payment plan, because I was going to get Gandalf regardless, because now I'm buying a couple of these Asmus figures, and I might as well get my favorite character from the Lord of the Rings. Yeah. And I want them, but I can't do $350 just when it happens to drop. So I'd rather do $50 a month for however many months it is. However, Sideshow's not carrying them. They have. I'm wondering if they're doing. That would have been. Where were you? That would have been a good question. I'm wondering if they're just like trying to gauge the audience for this by getting pre-orders through themselves, and then maybe they're not even soliciting it to distributors yet to say, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Is he not a Big Bad?
Sideshow isn't going to order 100 of them if they're going to find out that,
I feel like Big Bad has him, though.
do they?
I think so. I could be wrong. But I feel like I definitely saw him other places outside.
That's weird that Sideshow wouldn't carry it. That's
Right. Yeah, because, like, well, I thought it was one of those things where they're like, okay, we're ending our dealership with Asmus until Theoden dropped.
Right.
And then he popped up on their site almost immediately.
Right.
So I was like, oh, well, clearly they're still doing Asmus, so where the hell is Gandalf?
Yeah, interesting. Might be, who knows. So this is stuff we've seen before for the most part. I did ask about Lady. The boots are not two-piece, which is, she kind of said, yeah, they're not.
And those boots look like they're perfectly designed for two-piece too, because they even have that break.
Right, they got the little separation at the top. Yeah. It would have been perfect. It's the one area that I just don't understand their choices sometimes is the footwear. Whatever.
But these figures look great.
You said the sculpts looked improved when you saw them. That's why I put that down, right? You thought they looked a little bit better.
Well, that is definitely an improved Nero for me, because like the first Nero I saw looked like Cody Rhodes, like too much, which is a professional wrestler. I know you guys don't know him. This one looks more like the game. And then I know for a fact because Biojex Photo has been posting pictures of this Dante, the old Dante versus the new one, and they're kind of like, he's been updating it. Dante's one of his favorite characters. So I have seen the improvedness of that build.
Right.
So it looks way closer to the original game.
Cool. So this is being re-released.
That was new, right?
Yep. Which is great because I missed out on him in the first time. It was a really small release, I think, of him to begin with. Mouth of Sauron, no horse this time, which is a little odd. I know in the books.
That tiny shirt. He's got that tiny mithril shirt, though.
I don't think he comes with mithril, though.
What? He's holding it right there.
What's that?
The mithril shirt?
Yeah.
He doesn't come with it?
I don't think so.
Then why is he holding it?
I don't know.
I think he is.
Why would he come with that?
They showed him in the pictures, too. Like, even when Asmus was talking about it, they just did a post about that.
Actually, it might be up for pre-order now. I don't know. Somebody take a look at it. Look up Vargas Girls or Mouth of Sauron. I don't think he came with it. I think I asked about it. I don't know why he was holding it. Maybe he does. It seems like an odd choice because it was like a bonus for the Frodo and Sam pack when you bought that. So why they would just throw it in with Mount Sauron?
Yeah. Also, like, did he ever, like when
had nothing to do with Mount Sauron.
Right. Like people, like when they can remove their underwear without taking off their clothes, it's like him doing like, haha, I got your shirt. Like
shirt.
It's like, oh, I'm magic. See?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But that's cool. And I think they're going to also re-release the Ring Wraiths. They talked about that last year, actually. So.
I would buy a Ring Wraith, but I need the horses. If they don't come with a horse?
Ring Wraiths should come with the horse, I would imagine. They showed the horse at Toy Fair last year, and they did tell me that it was coming out, but shit could change. I mean, it's been sold by other companies without the horse before, but you really need the horse.
No, if you get the Ring Race, you either need the Nazgul or you need the horse. And I think the Nazgul will just be way too much money.
Yeah.
I'll take the horse. Yeah. I would love a Nazgul, though. I love the design of the Nazgul.
Yep. All right. Mondo.
Yeah.
Tom, who is that? Because I don't really know.
That's Hordak.
Oh, Hordak, right.
Skeletor's boss.
Right.
And that is a character that I cosplayed way back in the day.
You cosplayed? Oh, wait a minute. That didn't come up. You told me you loved this character. You didn't tell me you cosplayed him.
Yeah, way back. Well, for Halloween. It was a Halloween costume. But I spent a lot of time and effort on it, and I made it.
That's Halloween. That's not cosplay.
Well, yes. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I think, so I already ordered that merman, and I'm pretty sure.
It looks awesome, man. It looks really cool.
That is, I still think, even though Hordak is my favorite character from all of the Master of the Universe / She-Ra, he's more of a She-Ra villain. I still think that merman, Although I don't know if you have a photo of him here. I don't think you do. Man-at-Arms looks amazing, and I do think.
Oh, you know, damn it! I forgot about Man-at-Arms. I had the video of him, and I didn't. I put in Skeletor as opposed to Man-at-Arms. I should have put him.
He's not a brand new character. He's just not out for release yet. They showed him at ComiCon last year.
Yeah.
He was brand new to last year's Comic-Con. But I think that Merman and Man-at-Arms are their best that they've done.
Yeah.
I think Hordak is the close second. And so I'm like, I'm going to buy that Hordak.
Hordak would actually work as photography-wise, would work as like some sort of master vampire for the Mythic Legions vampires, actually.
Pretty much what he is, really. But
yeah, that's pretty cool.
6 scale.
I love this line. I'm not a Masters of the Universe fan, but these look fantastic. I think they're really doing a great job.
I don't know. I think they dropped the ball on the 2 biggest names.
You didn't like Skeletor. I think Skeletor is kind of cool.
Yeah, Skeletor just looks
a little. Well, the thing is, like, the other ones are very colorful, like the original ones. And I think Skeletor they played down a little bit.
It's not even the color; it's more the exaggeration of things. Like, so if you look at Merman's head, it's big. It has the big fish eyes, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I feel like if Skeletor's hood was a little less classicized in this, and it was a little more kind of like
big
and daunting and more evil looking.
Okay,
that would help a little bit.
I can see that. He kind of looks like a standard skeleton in like a death head or something like that.
Yeah.
TJ, any interest in these?
No.
Moving on.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that looked really cool. I mean,
I think his head is a little
bulbous.
Yeah, it's tight at the bottom and it goes a little too wide. I think
I don't remember the original. I mean, I remember looking at all of them, but I don't remember what it looks like. Batman the Animated Series. This is something I thought about picking up the original one, and then I didn't, and now I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to get into this. But I love that Mr. Freeze. I know that's already that's not a preview; it's already on pre-order. But Catwoman
looks great,
and the Unmasked Batman was an exclusive.
Well, that's not just even Unmasked Batman. That is a completely new colorway Batman.
Right, you're right.
The original was the blue. So I think if you were to get into this, I honestly think that the black version looks better than the version that they did first.
Yeah.
It
Did it come with the hooded sculpt?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was all the same.
Okay, I didn't remember. Yeah, the Catwoman came with. I don't have it here, but it was like 2 or 3 different sculpts, right, with different expressions.
I think so. Yeah.
I
only looked at this. Actually, you know what? I was gonna say I only looked at this case once. I'm like, no, I actually looked at it 3 days in a row. I kept coming back to Hordak and Man-at-Arms.
I know. The only thing that I wish, and I get it because the price of these I think is in the 180, 160 range. I'd love to see cloth outfits on these things on this at 1/6.
It kind of, especially if you look at like Catwoman, especially, it kind of kills it where that weird line underneath the
breast line,
this here, and there's no twist to her torso either. There's no joint there, which kind of kills it.
Yeah. I mean, that torso is kind of such that I think if you could take the upper body and turn it anyway, it kind of is going to give the impression that the body is turning anyway, but...
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But that top part is going to tilt as far as if she actually had the full ab crunch section below.
I'm actually holding out hope that... as much as I wasn't into Mezco before, I kind of am getting into. I'm hoping like somebody like Mezco does a 1/12 fully.
You know who's doing great things with this animated series right now? That's shocking to me.
Who?
Beast Kingdom. I don't like Beast Kingdom's Egg Attacks figures that much.
Yeah.
However, their Batman and their Joker that they've shown these past
that pretty sweet.
They look pretty sweet. Good.
They look pretty sweet. Yep.
Look those up, PJ. They look really good if you like the animated series.
Yep.
I love the animated series. It says Beast Kingdom?
Beast Kingdom, yeah.
I just want a higher end version of these things. I
hear you.
I want the Tony May version to be made somehow. I don't need it in 1/6. It would be cool, but I actually don't even have the room for that. And for some reason, to me, the 1/6 is more for like things that are real, you know what I mean? Like based on some sort of reality.
Yeah, they don't look as good with the cartoonized.
I don't think it needs to be that big. I'd rather see a 1/12 version of these is more detailed than like the DC, whatever the hell those are.
Oh, TJ is whistling while he's like surfing the internet right now.
Yeah. TJ's got his own show.
Yeah, he really does. It's TJ's world in that little box.
TJ's World. More Mondo stuff. This was
Can't find him.
out of the blue and interesting.
Go to Exclude, TJ.
Not really my thing, but
Yeah, I'll do it.
kind of interesting.
I like the so I don't really like the Batman one that much. It's
I like the Batman one.
I actually like the Captain America one better. Again,
I think it works better.
I think it works better too. I think that they're very, if you like Gundam and you like superheroes, this is like the MASH made in heaven for you.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, not for me, not for you, clearly.
Not for me.
There's a person out there that's like, oh
Yeah.
my. Actually, you know
I'm
what? Standing
not
like
sure they're technically 1/6 either, but whatever.
they were, well, no, because they're like
They're about a 12-inch size, but I mean, if they were Gundam, obviously they'd be bigger.
they're like when they do the Transformers and once.
Yeah.
They're not really. Yeah, but I mean, standing around that booth, I saw a lot of people nerding out about these particularly, so I know there's an audience for them.
Yeah, it's interesting. I haven't really heard much about them since, but maybe I haven't paid attention. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just not our.
Nah, not my purview.
Yeah.
Blitzway had a lot of stuff that was interesting. Jimi Hendrix looked fucking amazing. This looked incredible. Looking forward to that, and probably will pick that up. Not even like a huge Jimmy fan. I appreciate Jimmy.
Oh, why would you buy it?
I just think it looks great. I mean,
it does look great, but if you're not a big Jimmy fan,
you know what? Here's the thing. It's depending on the price. It's a weird thing to say, but I'd like to support more music-based. I would like more music-based figures. I'd like to see a Jim Morrison. I'm buying a custom Freddie Mercury, which looks amazing.
Are you getting that suit from G-Wiz?
No, not G-Wiz. This is there's Yunsel's doing the full-on.
Which one?
Not the Live Aid, the Wembley suit, the yellow one.
Yellow? Okay.
Yeah.
the yellow suit is a classic. Like every,
it's gonna be amazing. It better be for what I'm paying for it. But yeah, Jimmy looks great. Zorro,
I think it looks great.
Looks fantastic. I don't know who's interested in. God, what is? How old is this movie?
90s, early 90s.
Yeah, 25.
Mid-90s, maybe.
I thought it was 94. I mean, I'm just pulling that number out of my ass, but I feel like that's where.
Okay.
So you might be right. 94, 95.
Yeah.
Looks great though.
Yeah, it looks great. I honestly, those two figures look great. I'm more taken with the third figure in this lineup and this entire line.
Is that?
So this is Dr. Beebe. This is from a line, and I am Tom. Do you know the Hazard something or other? They have a line of them. It's sort of a
three figures.
their own post-apocalyptic line. There was another one that was called Boy something or other. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them now.
Yeah, there's like a sniper. There's this girl, and then there's another girl as well.
Yes. And they come with a ton of accessories, stuff, the different ways that the boy one had like a mask.
Yep.
You could dress him up in different ways. They look. I love this style.
Yep.
This is.
I feel like they're the Ashley Wood stuff with a dash of Tara McPherson. Do you know Tara McPherson?
Yeah.
So if you dash that in, but you make it a really high-end figure line, and I feel like this is that, and I love.
Yeah. And also, TJ, like what's the guy that you were going to buy in the, it's too many beers, the Blind Prophets. And I have you were going to buy those. Weren't you going to buy those? Yes, you were.
What's that? What's a Blind Prophet?
I swear you were going to buy those.
Which, is that 1/6?
Snow, Dorgmal Snow.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
I know his work only because he did a lot of Colonial Marine customs years ago.
Yeah, Green Wolf. They used to do a lot of like repro guns and stuff like that. Dorgmal Snow started this line called the 13 Project, I think, or something like that, and it was a post-apocalyptic look thing. I got on the Kickstarter. I mean, he does these women that the Blind Prophets. Yaske, Felton did some shots of them. They look amazing, but it's in this vein, and I really like this look. I'm with you, Tom. I think maybe out of the 3 of these, I might be into that the most. I don't know. I like Jimmy, but that's pretty cool looking.
If I can get my hands on these just to shoot, adore
I think
it.
they're pretty pricey too, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, as you were saying, they come with a lot of accessories. They make you see the price in what they come with.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
I remember thinking that when I saw it.
Yeah, there's another girl that's out now. I think is in the 300 range.
She's
You saw her? The
like,
pink hair?
Yeah, she was at ComiCon last year.
Yeah. Really cool looking. Really cool looking stuff. And Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted
Awesome.
shown with a pay telephone and an actual working video camera, which on that little TV. So if you stood in front of that, you'd see yourself. Don't know if that's something they're gonna put in there. I can't imagine, but I guess with a $600 set or more.
I think if you're going to be doing, I think they're going to be released individually. I do think that maybe they'll do a set, but I feel like if they're going to do a set, they have to also do the phone booth at some point.
Wait. Why would they sell it individually? Why would you buy Bill without Ted or Ted without Bill?
Because people do that. I don't know. People just like Keanu. Like, I know a lot of people who are just big Keanu fans that would buy just Ted.
True. Sabrina would probably just buy.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I said that.
It's true. True enough. They look pretty good though. Ted with the molded hair as opposed to you were saying like last year they had like synthetic hair, which I looked back up on. It did not.
It was like a poof. It looked so bad last year, but it looks so much better now.
Yeah, very bad. QMX Quantum Mechanics had some stuff out. The Inigo Montoya was from last year. I'm told that is going to be probably a go for production. They tend to do this kind of stuff. They'll put stuff out for a while and people go, what the hell's going on? Linda Carter, I could not get a good picture of this. Trust me when I say it looked better in person, but it doesn't look good in this picture.
I would also disagree with Trevor there. I saw it in person. I did not think it looked good in person.
No? All right. I think it needs a little work. I talked to them, and it is pre-production, and they put it out just to kind of tease it, so it could get better. But the costume looked good. But
the costume looked nice. However, I feel like what I was saying about Wonder Woman was the exact opposite of or the Sideshow Wonder Woman was what I was saying is the exact opposite of this.
Yeah, you're right.
Because her costume had that very 70s style kind of.
Linda Carter was out there. Yeah,
yeah.
Linda Carter was out there for sure.
Yeah.
Look up Vargas Girls if you want. I don't know. Chekhov is for me, and I talked to them again. It's still pre-production. One of the sculpts of.
Is that the last Star Trek? No, there's Uhura. Right?
Uhura is coming out, and Inigo Guild previewed it. It looks fantastic.
I haven't seen that.
Uhura looks great. This is the first time I saw Chekhov, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I told them as much. So see what they do. Chronicle Collectibles. I talked to these guys. I think they're merged now with EFX, the helmet guys, and the ship.
They do replicas.
They do replicas, yes.
Of various sizes.
Right. So now I think they're part of that umbrella company. So I was talking to one of the guys there. You know, I guess this Jurassic Park stuff has been shown in the past, and
really,
yeah, somebody said I had never seen it before. Quite frankly, but he has been shown before. The sculpt up close needs some work. They're new to this stuff. Velociraptor looks amazing, like really, really good. If it's articulated the way they're showing it's articulated and the way he told me, that's going to be awesome to have.
Yeah.
The clothing, and I even talked to him. I'm like, listen, the Conan, that jaw. He's like, yeah, we know. We're working on it.
I will say this though, like I know it's a far cry from being realistic, but it looks like a good characterization of Schwarzenegger's Conan, which is kind of cool in its own weird way.
If you were going for that, I don't think
no, they're not. But it looks like when I saw it in person, I'm like, oh, this looks like, you know, you go to like a boardwalk and you get a characterization done of itself. Like it looks like that of Conan the Barbarian. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, unfortunately for actual license holders, Caustic Plastic got Dario Barbera, who's like one of the best customizers for Conan out there, to do paintwork and stuff for they look great. You know what I mean? I told him like that hair is not going to cut it. It's literally, it is going to cut it. It's going to cut those shoulders like in half. It's going to be a fucking mess by the time you get done posing it.
Did you say it exactly like that?
Pretty much. Yeah, I said that hair is going to be a nightmare. You can't move that head, and it's going to rip up those shoulders as soon as you turn it, and people are going to be upset. And he's like, yeah, we know, we're working on it. So we'll see. This is all very much like a work in progress. They're very new to this, dipping their toe. We'll see what happens. Velociraptor looks awesome though.
Yeah,
love to have that.
More dinosaurs.
Tom's favorite company ever.
If they only showed respect to Doctor Who, then they would be.
Well, did you see the third Doctor?
He looks great, but he's not the Doctor I need.
I know. He's the Doctor you have, but he's not the Doctor you need. But he looks great. If only they had done that kind of job. And I think that's another Ego Guild.
He looks great so far. Have we seen production in hand at anybody's hand yet, though?
No.
That is where the other Doctors have fallen apart.
Well, have the production shots been that good for the other Doctors too?
Yes.
Really?
The prototype shots for the 10th Doctor is the reason why I ordered that figure.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this, but I didn't realize that. Okay.
They're, I mean, not as good as that. Obviously, they've improved since then, but they look markedly better than what the actual finished product looked like.
TJ, you know who's doing the clothes for these now, supposedly?
That is really cool. I hope they get it. I hope it is them.
You didn't read it. Yeah, it's Gee Whiz. So they've had, I got the first set of these Spawn figures, and there's something, I'm still seeing it in this. I think Dr. No looks really, really good. Maybe one of the better figures that they've done in this series.
What's with his hand?
What's that?
What's with his hand? Is that
I don't know. I'm going to watch Dr. No again. It's been a while. It's probably some scene-specific thing. It's like this.
It's like he's like doing a penguin.
Yeah. Look. It's the same sculpt, the Inigo Gil sculpt for Bond. They've just got something about the thickness of these clothing, and I don't know if this is the Gee Whiz clothing or if this is the clothing they had produced, because these aren't up for pre-sale yet, so it may be pre-production stuff. But like Pop Toys that we talked about a few weeks ago on a show just does like beautiful mass-produced tailoring that's like flat. Things sit flat. Things look real, and they've just got this thickness to them that looks like that old Sideshow 1/6 clothing to me. It just doesn't sit right.
Trevor likes the thickness.
Don't know what it is. I think it's the material they're picking. I'm not sure. Anyway, these look pretty good. We'll see what they come out with production-wise. I thought Dr. No looked pretty nice.
I do feel like their James Bond figures do look really good in production. On
par. They are pretty good. They were pretty good. Odd Job was really good. I thought James Bond he needed some ironing and stuff, but it looked pretty good.
Laurel and Hardy look fantastic.
What's that?
These that is Laurel and Hardy, right?
It is, and I agree. I think these look really good. These are the Inigo Gil sculpts. A few years ago, I saw these 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean, you can sort of see in the clothing, like especially on Hardy. No, is that Stan? That's Hardy. Yeah, on the right. It's just very thick. There's a thickness to them that just doesn't sit right with me. But it's
Trevor
good.
Doesn't like the thickness, is what I'm learning. I thought he liked the thickness.
No, I don't like the thickness. It's too thick. There's such a thing as
no such thing as too thick.
Too thick. Hey, Space 1999, Martin Landau. Interesting choice. I guess it's a license that's out there, and then there's a new Netflix show, and so maybe they thought there'd be some interest. I don't know. It's going to be a very narrow market, I think, for that. But
wait, what character is that?
It's Martin Landau from Space 1999. 1999.
Space 1999.
Yeah, it was a show. There was a thing called, we had like networks and television, and it was on a network. It was.
I don't know what you're even saying. You're speaking.
What's that?
Space 1999. 1999, TJ. You know what that is.
I was in my senior year of high school in 1999.
Yeah, it didn't come out in 1999. 1999. It came out in like 1981, 79.
I wasn't born yet.
I wasn't born yet either.
Yeah, fuck you both. Yeah, it's Martin Landau from. You know Martin Landau. He played. Yeah, He might be dead.
He looked a lot older to me usually. But, yeah.
Not then. That was way back in the day. It's a good, decent show. I don't know. It was good. Laurel and Hardy looked great. I have no interest in Laurel and Hardy. Abbott and Costello, you come out with those, I'm buying those. But Laurel and Hardy, no, not so much. So what was your favorite 1/6 SDcc reveal? Let's go through that. Like, who's Tom? Let's starting with you. Like, I know what yours was.
I have two. I've said it during the show. For me, it was definitely Wicket, which is here, and also the CW Flash. I've wanted that Flash for a long time. I hope Hot Toys actually ends up doing it. But seeing Wicket was an absolute surprise. Seeing both of those figures was an absolute surprise. I'm just happy that Hot Toys brought the surprise.
Yeah.
I wish they brought the Miles Morales Spider-Man with them, but at least they brought enough surprises. So
yeah, no, it was good. It was good. TJ, what do you think?
Wait, definitely Wicked. I wanted to add this earlier, but like for all the different Star Wars figures that have come out over the years, like I've actually collected all of the Ewoks. Like I don't have them anymore, but like I was a huge like Ewok fan from Return of the Jedi. Was the Battle Damage Mark 85 teased before SDcc?
Yeah, it was.
I can't remember. Okay.
It was shown off first.
Not a reveal.
No, but it kind of was. It was the first time any of us have saw it in person. So
it was based around San Diego. So
then it's definitely like Wicked and the Battle Damage 85.
Yeah.
Did you have the original 85, the clean 85 on pre-order?
No, because I was on the fence. Like I didn't know how much I would like it right away. Like was it a Hong Kong order or was it a pre-order?
Right.
And then of course, the Battle Damage came out. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Is that a Hong Kong pre-order?
Battle Damage, yes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to keep my clean 85 pre-order.
Are you getting both?
No.
Really?
No, I'm not that flush. I don't know what people think, but I ain't that flush. That's $1,000 right there for both of those figures.
You've just broken the illusion for everybody.
Yeah, seriously. No. I get one, and if I could ever choose over like clean, untouched versus Battle Damage, I go clean first. Battle Damage, all the Iron Man Hot Toys figures I have came with the Battle Damage parts. So for them to do a separate figure, I felt like it was honestly a slap in the face.
It is annoying. It is annoying. Yeah.
I felt honestly like that was one of the first times Hot Toys has ever done me personally wrong, and I really do feel jilted by them.
I said this when it came out. It's the same thing as the Sith Anakin. It's like the Anakin that everybody wanted, and they did that last year to everybody. It's like, hey, here's Anakin Skywalker. Great. Ordered it, pre-ordered it, and now, here's the Sith Anakin Skywalker that's that you really wanted, and now you got to order it again or lose your pre-order.
Right. You only bought the Sith one just for the eye color and a base.
That's it.
That's it. Like that's insane.
If they had put the Sith one out first and everybody bought that and they came out with the regular one after that, it would have been a dud.
It would have been fine. People would have been like, oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Exactly.
And then I think they kind of knew that. And the exact same thing with the Battle Damage. If they did the clean 1 second.
Absolutely.
People were like, oh, yeah, no. But all those also, I would not have pre-ordered it. If they did the Battle Damage first, I probably wouldn't have pre-ordered it because I don't do just plain Battle Damage.
It's an interesting thing because of the impact of that and what that means to that whole saga.
Yes.
It's extremely iconic.
It very much is. I mean,
but
those movies
got to be a real like Marvel universe, cinematic universe collector to say, I got to have that version of him because that's the final version of him in any movie. I think I'd probably, I don't know what Iron Man I'm going to get. I'm going to get an Iron Man, but it might be the clean version of that.
I would tell you to get the clean version of the 85.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the damaged version. I'm just not. I don't have that much space anymore.
I mean, if you're trying to build an Avengers team and you're not going for a scene-specific stuff,
no.
And that's exactly it. Like I want to be able to do pictures of the Avengers.
Yes.
I'm not going to have, here's Iron Man on the verge of death with everybody else.
Everybody looking at him and
like, oh, what's wrong? Everybody's
exactly
like they did in that clip.
Right. Because that's scene specific. Yeah, Wicket for me, definitely the number one. I think I want him. I'm surprised they didn't show the Endor Leia.
Didn't they?
Weird.
They did. She was there.
I thought they did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was?
Yeah, she was.
Oh, maybe I just overlooked it. I didn't see that at all. God,
She
I
was
was there
there.
every day.
So I think
Might
one
have
of
pictures of
the
that.
thing was she was at the ComiCon last year, and so when they showed her again this year, I'm like, oh, okay. So they're still saying that they're committed to possibly making this figure.
Okay,
I remember seeing her there and thinking that in my head. Because I'm like, oh, well, we have Endor and Luke on the way as a part of a deluxe Return of the Jedi Luke. What about Endor and Leia? Yeah.
Yeah, but still no pre-order on that, which is kind
Right.
of odd. Yeah, Wicket definitely my number one for this. Definitely would have been Miles.
Yeah.
if they-
Miles would have been in my top.
I don't even know what my number two would be. It's not that I really wanted to order. That was a preview that I can think of off the top of my head.
I would say I'm surprised you also didn't show this in this entire slideshow, but Pennywise from Hot Toys, I thought looked fantastic.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I did.
Seeing Hot Toys do horror, we've never seen Hot Toys do horror ever that I can recall, and they didn't just do it, but they kind of nailed it in a lot of ways. I really
well, I shot the quantum mechanics version.
I know you did, but at the same time, I didn't, and I thought that the Hot Toys one looked great. So
you'll get the quantum mechanics one first if you order that. So gonna wait a year and a half for the other one, but whatever. Whatever. But I mean, I guess the Hot Toys one is based on the second installment, which I thought was coming out in October. I guess it's September now.
Is it based on because it comes with the Storm Drain and everything too?
Yeah, it comes with like
they have the license for the second movie, which who the hell knows? Who knows how these crossover?
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't look
flashback in the second movie. Then it's like it's fair game. So who knows? I don't know.
Well, he did come with like a doll that wasn't in the first movie at all.
Right. And the arm, I'm not sure if that's in the second movie, I think. But yeah, that was cool. I did miss that.
It's funny because I actually watched
not intentionally. I really didn't, but it would look good. It looked good.
That was one of my. I would say that's one of the biggest surprises for me. Hot Toys was seeing
from Hot Toys for sure, definitely. Yeah, dipping into horror, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope, even though I'm not a horror person, that they continue. Sure, go deep.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be doing more stuff, so I have to stop reading the comments on every superhero post. Why don't you do something besides superheroes? Just like put out one or two more other things.
Well, that's never going to stop.
No. People's complaining on the internet is eternal.
Yeah, exactly. All right, kids. We appreciate you sticking with us for 10 whole episodes. 10 episodes. It feels like a lifetime.
I am still shocked that we've done 10 episodes. That is, you said at the beginning, I did not realize that this is the 10th.
Yeah, this is the 10th. If you don't count that debacle in the bar, this is the 10th episode. That'll be like a 10.5 or 9.5 or something.
I had so much fun in that episode.
I know it was fun.
I'm so proud of that episode.
I know it was some of your best work, really.
I know I gave you shit for not talking during that episode.
Me?
You were front and center.
I thought I was talking a lot.
No,
you actually were. You were.
Well, I mean, a lot for TJ talking.
Well, it was fun. Like Mark, Mark was there, and it was
Mark actually made an appearance,
and we were all together, which I thought was like the most important.
It is cool. We got to get Mark on the show. We'll get Mark on the show.
Definitely do.
I will say this clearly for next year. I have a house. We can record at my house next year. We'll do an actual live show or something where the recording actually works and all this other fun stuff. We could do it here.
You're buying a house next year?
Actually, I didn't even bring up this guy. We didn't talk about that guy either.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
He was in the first slide.
Oh, you're right. He was in the first slide, but we didn't talk about him. But
no, we didn't.
Cool figure.
Although I don't know if that first slide even shows on this YouTube video, unless you digitally added it after the fact.
Yeah, you'll see it somehow. All right. Tell us what your favorite 1/6 SDcc reveal is below. Make sure you hit subscribe. Go to excludecollective.com for all the pictures of this stuff if you haven't seen enough of it already.
Trevor did some amazing work at Comic-Con taking pictures. He did.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit. That's a whole other story.
Also, if you have questions for us, ask us in the comments below.
Yeah,
and
definitely ask us questions.
Yeah.
And suggestions for what you'd like us to talk about. If you want us to talk about more about customs, third-party stuff, you want us to discuss the finer points of Iron Man armors on, boy, that would be a lot of fun for me. But, you know, maybe that's what you want. And we're happy to oblige. That's what we want to do. Yeah. We're here for you. We're here for our audience, all 250 of you.
Wow, it's gone up.
I think you're being generous. I think there's maybe. Oh. But no, seriously, thank you everybody for sticking around through 10 episodes. And
yeah, really, yeah.
We'll do 10 more. And we're going to be, I know a lot of craziness has happened in my personal life that is conflicted with our recording time. I know other people, same thing. I hope that we get on a more regular schedule for everybody going forward.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Take care. So you go ahead. What's up, kids? It's the 1/6 pack, episode 63,
89.47.
2019 SDcc. The boys are in town. We've tried this 6 ways to Sunday to get this live. It ain't working.
We tried Zoom, which we normally use. We tried Instagram Live, and there's no sound. So if you caught that like 5-second clip, I'm sorry.
But at least here I can dub this later on. We can just put subtitles.
Just TJ singing,
or that.
The whole thing will just be TJ singing,
or just talking to Eli.
You don't even talk. You just nod your head and you're like, yes.
That was good comedy.
Plus, see you soon.
It's a new fucking record, 25 minutes.
Right? We should do the show like this every time.
No, I hate will never shut up. So yes, 25 minutes.